and pop it back. I mean, it's late, guys. I'm cold. Hi guys, my name is Tony Darcy and I'm from Lancashire and welcome to Atlas Studios. In today's video, I'm going to do another double exposure video for you guys with a little bit of a twist. It's going to be one person. We're going to create a bit of colour behind them as the base image rather than having a black silhouetted image. And then we are going to add some colour in the form of a bit of light painting as well. So I'm going to take you over to this really dark corner of the mill that we're shooting in tonight. It's absolutely freezing, that's why I've got a hat on. My nose is very cold as well. So this is our lovely bride Demi for the evening. As you can see here, I have a flash. The flash is on a 16th power. As you will know if you've seen any of my previous videos, that's my go-to flash power for anything like this and pretty much any flash work, to be honest. There's no point complicating things. The flash is approximately 10 foot from the wall. So I'm going to show you what the bare flash looks like against the wall. So as you can see, when the flash is just pointing at the wall, it's just a big bare white circle basically. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a grid and a teal gel to the flash. Super easy connection from Magmod there. And if I point that at the wall just behind Demi, the grid is then going to give me a more perfect circle, which hopefully then I can frame our lovely bride Demi inside. So as I say, the flash is still on a 16th power. Yeah. So as you can see now, we have a nice silhouette of Demi with a perfect circle, which is going to act as a great base image. Demi's just like wafting the veil around there for me. I might just lift it up a bit because as you can see, Demi's like in this circle, which is brilliant. But I might just point the flash a little bit higher up and then we get a more perfect image. Just going to tilt that back a little bit. Tighten it up and then it doesn't fall off again. So back to my little standing spot. So my settings at the moment are 400 ISO, 1.8 on the aperture and 1/25. They're just my go-to settings for a portrait. So what I'm going to concentrate on now is getting the right base image for the double exposure that we can then do some light painting over the top with. So I will just keep going, shooting Demi every couple of seconds. Thanks Demi, that's perfect. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. I think I might have one there, you know. So there you have, within like 10 shots, we've got the perfect base image because Demi's veil, arm and head are all contained within this area. And now it's time to make the other part of the double exposure. Now I have my base image. I don't even need Demi anymore. I can do the rest in the comfort of my own home if I wanted to. So this is a great option to do on a wedding day or even try portraits at home. Once you've got your base image, you can just continue without the subject and get more and more creative. So thank you so much for being so awesome, Demi, and we'll crack on with this, just you and I. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use these fairy lights. I'm going to change my settings on the camera so that I can do a bit of light painting. I'm going to twirl the camera around as I do it. It is trial and error. That's why I like doing it in the comfort of my own home, because you can just have as many goes as you want, really. So to do the light painting, I need to leave my shutter open for a little bit longer so that I can move the camera around and paint light onto the sensor. Can't change my ISO, as you may already know, with a double exposure because we're laying it over the top of another picture. And then I'm going to move my camera as I take the picture, leaving the shutter open for about, I don't know, maybe an 1/8 of a second to begin with. But that is the beauty of this. You can do it in the comfort of your own home. So I'm going to take a couple of test shots and I will give you a shout when I have something that I'm happy with. Okay guys, so I'm going to show you the process of how I do create a double exposure, and by doing that on a camera, you have this creative picture button here. And what happens when we press that is we can move over to the multiple exposure menu here. We want it on function control shooting. That means that we can pick the picture for the base image, the settings as the other videos, as I'll link to above, and additive, so you're adding on to the exposure. For this one, we're just going to have 2 exposures, and it's going to be continuously exposed. I then go and select the preferred image of the base image for the multiple exposure that I can then work on. So this is the base image that I think I'm going to select for today. So I press OK, set OK to do that. And then if I use live view, I can actually see what my camera can see. So I've just popped the fairy lights on the floor just for ease, as you can see here. And what I've actually done is change my shutter speed to 1/3 of a second at the moment. I think I might open that up a little bit more, so I can have more of a light trail. I've changed my aperture to 11. This is the right sort of level of exposure that I want over the image that I already have. By doing this in live view, you can see what you're going to get, and you can also see your base image if you look carefully. So my intentions now, I know that the image that I have of Demi is in the middle of the frame. All I want to do is light paint around the edges. So I've created a little sort of like circle of the lights here on the floor, and then basically all I'm going to do is place them in the middle like this, press the shutter and twirl it round as I do so, which gives me this. So I'm just going to keep doing the same thing, keep going back, keep selecting the image that I want to work on of Demi, going back to live view and press the shutter and twirl. And as you can see, it paints light around the edges of the frame, which looks pretty cool. So as I say, I could open my shutter a little bit more if I wanted, maybe for a second. To do that, I might have to increase the aperture a little bit. The maximum I can go to is 16. One more thing to add, you don't want to focus on the lights, because as you can see here, if I actually do focus on the lights, you get like little dots. If you just like change the focus until you've got some really big bokeh, that's really going to help you when you start doing your light painting. So I'm just going to have one more go, maybe 2 more goes. The beauty of this is you can keep going until you're happy with your double exposure, because you don't need a bride and groom, you don't need a model. You're working on that base image, you can perfect that in your own time. So I'm going to keep going here. I'm going to have a couple more goes, make sure I get it right, and then I will show you my favourite on the screen. But please be sure to let me know how you guys get on. What was your favourite thing to use for your light painting, for your base image? Let me know how you get on in the comments. I hope you liked the video. Please do subscribe to the channel if you want to see more things like this, and I will see you next time. I mean, it's late, guys. I'm cold.